Deborah Norville brought up what I was already thinking too. I was pointing out the hypocrisy, but also, will it get the ratings without the bikini portion? They think it will. I don't really care. I'm just weighing in on the fact that don't sit there and try to, think you're going to pull the wool over my eyes and that they'll no longer be judged on their looks. Of course they're being judged on their looks. It's what you should be saying. They're all going to still be beautiful, but now, whatever. It's all bullshit anyway. It's all bullshit. That guy, I was pissed off about the Chapman guy being released. Seeing as there were, first of all, the victim said he was promised all those years ago, 40 years ago, whatever, that the guy would never see the light of day because even if he served his time in Massachusetts, he'd be tried in other states. And now that's fallen by the wayside and too independent, whatever. I just point to the Periwinkle thing. That guy got out, and within a week, he was raping and killing that little girl. So within a week of getting out of jail, and he'd spent how many years in their jail, and the minute he was out, okay? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Apparently, he did something in jail, and now he's been arrested. So that should be a warning light right there. He's about to be set free, and he does something in jail that gets him arrested. So, maybe they'll rescind his release permission. Because I'm not the only one who has a bad feeling about him being released. And for independent people to say, well, he's no longer a danger to society due to his health and his age. That one who murdered, that he was in his 60s. And the minute he was out of jail, however long he served in jail, I don't remember, he was raping and killing a little girl. Okay, so, I'm just saying. Oh yes, and I'm acknowledging the fact that my feet fetish fans wish I would not have my shoes on. But, I don't really care. This is a short video, and this floor is not exactly clean. Not that it ever is, but I need to sweep it, and I don't want to watch the news anyway. The UPS guy came. I wasn't going to say anything to him. I don't even know. He probably didn't even read my note. I hung on the door for all delivery people. It didn't like single out or anything, UPS. To all delivery people. I hope he read it. The fact is, if I leave it up there, I'll be getting other deliveries. You know what I mean? I get deliveries from time to time. And if you're putting it in plastic and my package is still getting wet, we have a problem. But it could have been avoided if you'd simply rung my fucking doorbell. Because I would rather not have my stuff, particularly when it contains electronics, expensive electronics, I'd rather have it not sitting out in the rain, even if it is in a plastic bag. It's not like they put a little tie on it like in the grocery store with the vegetables and fruits or something, loose vegetables and fruits. It could, I know they're always in a hurry or whatever, but I'm not going to tolerate it anymore. I'm not going to tolerate it anymore. From now on, I'm going to return everything, even if it's completely safe inside the package. And that is so this stops happening. Alright? Because first of all, it could all be avoided if they did what the Postal Service does. Remember, my Vitacost order was switched permanently to Priority Postal. I was made a VIP member because I had so many problems with FedEx. And every last problem revolved around them not putting my packages in plastic and me getting all soggy boxes. And, I don't need it. I don't have to worry about the post office. They won't ring my doorbell if it's nice out, but if it's not, or if there's even a chance of rain, they're going to ring my doorbell because they don't want to have to put stuff in plastic bags. It's annoying to them. It takes time. Right? Ring my fucking doorbell. It'll avoid all the problems. I feel very it gets a slap in the face, whatever. I don't like it when you're not careful enough, even if you put it in the plastic bag like the UPS guy did, but you don't do a good enough job, and the wind blows it open, and it still gets soaked on part of it, and that's why I returned everything. I didn't care if it was damaged inside, you understand? Returned everything. And I'm going to let the can opener guy people know, because they sent me an email saying, we guarantee our can openers, one of those lidless, the ones that don't have sharp edges or whatever. We guarantee our can opener. If you're not completely satisfied, you get it for free. I don't know how that works, but I said I can't wait to see it or whatever. I hope I love it. And now I've returned it. But unopened. Unopened. I returned the 3 items unopened. The 4th item was the beans they didn't want back, so I got them for free, and I don't feel the least bit guilty because A, I didn't ask for this shit to happen, and all my trouble and aggravation and anger is worth the stupid free beans. And you know, it was a whole case. It was a whole 8-pack. It was like $30-something. And B, it's not my fault that they have that policy where they didn't want the beans back. I repeatedly asked them. They're like, you don't want them back? They're like, no. You know, throw them away, donate them, or whatever. Okay? Again, it's not that these items are damaged. It's that it looked like the water had hit the outside of my friggin' boombox. Okay? That's what it looked like. It dried, but you know, didn't necessarily damage the thing inside, but it could have. The fact is, I'm not risking it. The fact is, I don't want my electronics to even have a hint of possibly being wet. And today, they sent it without even... See, this is it. I don't want you to see any tags or anything. This is it. And it's not for me, it's for my mom. But it's being, like I said, it's an investment. It's going to pay for itself. Because my mom is not careful with her CDs. And this thing actually records CDs to flash drive. And somebody at Best Buy told the person who bought this, because they wrote it on Amazon, they said, yeah, I was told by a Best Buy person they don't make that. It's impossible. Well, lo and behold, they do make it. And I got it. And the fact is, this top looks different than the one I got the other day that looked like the water had hit it. And it doesn't mean it had damaged it inside. It means I don't have to risk it. It means I have a right to order shit and have it arrived dry. I have a right to not have to open up soggy boxes, okay? Period. And you can say, oh, well, if the plastic bag gets all wet, then it could get the box wet while you're getting it off the plastic. Yeah, but getting the box wet briefly when you're carefully taking the outside plastic off or whatever, which I've had to do in the past, is not the same thing as hours worth of rain just coming down and making the box soggy and whatnot. Okay? It's not the same thing, number one. And number two, all be avoided if you simply rang my doorbell. Kind of common sense. Even wrapped in plastic, I would rather you ring my doorbell and have me be able to bring it in before even the plastic bag is totally soaked. Okay? It's just common sense to me. End of discussion. I'm not tolerating it anymore. And I'm tired of this light, too. Let me read you what's hanging up here permanently. You mentioned snow too, but oh, it's on it. It says, attention all delivery people. If you are here to deliver a package from me, please ring my doorbell, especially if it is raining or snowing outside. Explanation point, explanation point, explanation point. I taped it on the inside, but so it wouldn't get wet. But it shows for the outside. I taped it on the window part. Then it says, I have been putting up with this avoidable crap for years and I am done. Equals from now on, if my package arrives wet, I will be returning the entire package, regardless of whether or not the contents inside are damaged. Does that make sense, people? The other two things were a bottle that obviously glass bottle wouldn't matter if it got wet, and the can opener. Did they get wet? Doesn't matter. I just said, and that started the other day, I'm done. I returned the entire thing. I would have returned the beans too. They're not damaged. It's not the point. I'm done with my packages arriving wet. I have a right to not have to open up wet boxes. Period. End of discussion. All right? It's a non-issue. I mean, I'm not discussing it. I have a right to have my packages not arrive wet, period. Doesn't matter if the contents inside are damaged. From now on, I'm going to return everything. If it arrives fucking wet, I'm fucking done. Done.